Hello everybody, and welcome to the Town of Light, Part 2, Chapter 3. Thanks for your support on Part 1, by the way. Okay, so here we are, wherever this is. As you can see, it's dark outside, or it might be dusk or something like that, so we spent a considerable amount of time, I guess, writhing around on that bed, imagining we were walking on walls and ceilings and all sorts of stuff like that. It was a bit weird. I assume we're still in the ward somewhere?
The door's locked from the outside.
What?
Here, the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
Oh, you're kidding me. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But how did I get myself into this situation? I don't have a key. Is there a key in here or something? Or maybe this door can't actually be opened from this side. It looks a bit weird. Is there a ventilation shaft I can use? Maybe I can pry the bars off the window? Okay. Okay. Thank you? Whoever that was? Strange. Very strange. I thought I was alone here, but perhaps there's someone sort of trespassing alongside me. Or maybe that was of the, supernatural variety? Paranormal variety? Damn, this place looks really creepy in the dark. That's better. Okay, let's see. That's, oh, that green light! I think we're on the ward, so that would be the lobby.
You can't get out of here.
Wait, what?
Only the dead can leave.
What? Only the dead can leave? Well, okay, let's look at the positives. At least I'm not dead. I think I'm still on the observation ward, maybe? I think it was the observation ward? Okay, right, let's follow the footsteps, I suppose. Let's just check every single room, or at least the door. Okay, got a couple of locked ones, as we go. So this is where we came from. What about this one? Locked. Locked. This one has a name. It's the nurse's room. And would you believe it? It's locked. As is the one across from it. Well, here we go. This is the map. So we're over there, which is number 8, which is Reparto Osservazioni, which is observation ward, I guess? That's right, observation ward. So I haven't really gone far. This place just feels really, really eerie. Just a slight lighting change can do that. Well, these doors are open. What the hell? Wait, Charlotte, how... No, you're not going to tell me that she was the one that just unlocked me from that room, right? She has such little legs. I mean, she can't even reach the handle. How... The hell is up with you? You should be upstairs. Okay. Oh, God, Charlotte, what have you done? Oh, I can move this time. Right, another little flashback. I guess this is the socializing time. Wow. Basically wearing rags, or wearing nothing at all, apparently. Conditions were not great. Poor, poor people. Right, what do? Perhaps I need to find my friend. Ooh. Slightly boss-eyed, I think. Maybe she's around here? Or, what, do I just leave? Can I leave? No, someone... Hang on. Charlotte? Is that my doll? I think... What? Okay. Why has he got my doll? Okay. Where'd he go? What? Did he go into a sprint when he went around the corner? I'm sorry, is there a Tyrannosaurus Rex I should know about that's outside? Okay, well, let's go this way. I don't like where this is going. There's a sink. I guess this is the bathroom area for the ward. Okay, let's see. Right, unfortunately I do not possess a torch or anything like that, so we're going to stick to the light for the time being. Oh, yeah, the showers. There you go. And a bathtub. And that's it. Oh, hang on. Nope. That's what I was looking for.
He laughed, panted,
Ah.
latched over me. It hurt when he touched me. I thought I'd split apart suddenly with a loud thud. shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, filthy. All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renée obeyed. He was the boss in the realm of light. I was devoured by the evil I had done. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. My God, those medical examinations. The doctors said there was something inside me, which they would have dragged out of me. My God.
Wow. Wow, okay. Back to reality. This is how it actually looks. So, Renée was raped in here. Great. That's another one. That's another one of those bad things you can add to the list. And another chapter now. Okay. Renée, by the way, is the person that we're following. I've discovered this now. We're not playing as Renée. I'm 99% sure about that. We're just someone who's following in her footsteps and reliving her life through flashbacks, memories, experiences, documents, stuff like that. So, yeah, there you go. If you want to find out a little bit more about Renée, by the way, although she's a fictional character, they actually created a pretty in-depth backstory on the website for her. You can actually read her diary. Pretty interesting. And it's actually quite bright outside now. What the hell? I just noticed that. So are you telling me I spent, like, the entire night just revisiting that memory? Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Well, it looks a lot better in daylight, let me tell you that. Okay, what else we got down here? Let's see. Okay. Beautiful. Pretty bad shape, really. Ugh. Very grim. Very, very grim. Okay, so where to next? Outside? I think I could do with some light right now. Oh, here we go. Hey! Nice! We can go outside. Sort of, yeah. Okay, shopping trolley, boxes, bottles, old bedding, knickknacks all over the place. I'm fairly sure that shopping trolley's not going to be there. I guess this place was used as a dumping ground after it was shut down. Okay. Right, let's press H. That's the hint button, right? Oh, it's not giving me any hints. Okay, I'm on my own. I tell you what. Wait, all the doors are open? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. First things first, let's check if Charlotte's there. She's not. I wonder if she's gone back. Or maybe she's not in the surgery room upstairs. Maybe she's somewhere else. Maybe I just have to keep finding her to get new memories, you know? Whoa. The hell was that? Let's have a look. Some really creepy sounds in this game. It's every now and then. Okay, it's a similar room to the one I started in, really. I suppose they had to sleep somewhere. What about over here? A little bit different. Okay, can I use this? It looks like there's some documents there, but I can't get this open. I don't know, just looking for anything I can manipulate, fiddle with. Yeah. Nothing I can examine in here, I don't think, really. So, moving on. There's plenty of rooms to have a look at now. I think they're all open. So, oh, hang on. This is the... Yeah, there we go. This is the nurse's room? The nurse's room. Right. We've got some lockers here. Let's see. Okay. A couple of padlocks. This one's open. Anything inside? Nope. What's this? Ariana Bellucci. Didn't leave anything behind. Alina? Nope. That one's padlocked. It wasn't owned by anyone, though, apparently. No. Julian? Nope. Stefano? Nothing. Tatiana? No. Daniels? Again, no. Okay. Not having too much luck with the lockers, but there's plenty more to have a look at. Oh, hang on. What's this? Okay. Dear Director, I've been working in this institute for 5 years now. I'm a simple person. I'm not educated, and I feel embarrassed about writing to you. I always try to look on the bright side, but sometimes we have to do difficult things. That's our duty, and, well, I understand and accept it. There is no alternative. However, I have decided to write to you because something is happening which is not acceptable. I am well aware that among us there is someone who dedicates too much attention to the younger female patients that are confused. The serious nature of this fact has spurred me on to write to you. I am certain of your indignation, and of the measures you will adopt to solve the problem. Please accept my fondest regards and respect. I assume that was the one that was raping me. I'm not exactly sure what her age was, but I think when she was admitted, I think she was like 15 or 16. So, yeah, very, very creepy. I can only hope that he got put in prison. Anyway, Lorenzo. Nothing. Leonardo. Nothing. Okay, I thought that said David Tennant just for a minute, but nope, David Torini leaves nothing behind. Julio? No. Nothing, nothing. No one's using it, but there's nothing. Of course there's nothing. Lorenzo. It makes sense, I suppose, when this place was shut down. Everyone took their personal belongings with them. Nothing much was left. Alexio and Luca. No. Okay, so that was the nurse's room for you. What about this one over here? Yeah, just another wardroom, another place to sleep. Very, very cluttered at the moment. Okay. Up next is storeroom, I guess. Pillows. Pillows of all shapes and sizes. Well, one size. One shape. And that's pretty much it, apparently. It's just pillows in here. Okay. And in here, another storeroom for pillows and mattresses. I was wondering. More mattresses. Okay, yep. Can I examine any of these bowls, plates, cups? Apparently not. Nope, they don't really draw my attention like the other objects I found. Actually, it looks quite nice. It's amazing what light can do, really. Okay, moving on, I think. Couple more rooms.
She stayed with Renée during those terrible medical examinations. That's what gave her the strength to survive.
Well, it's nice to know that even in this, well, let's face it, even in this hell, she had a friend. Someone she could kind of lean on, I guess. Okay. That's that, I guess. So we're back to the lobby, which is now mysteriously unlocked. Was that Charlotte's doing as well? Tell you what, Charlotte. Let's check on Charlotte. Is she upstairs in the surgery room? I'm half expecting her not to be there. Whoa. What was that? Was that the wind? I don't even know. Maybe I don't want to know. Okay. So it was, I think... Was it over here? Is that the room over there? I think so. Yes! And, yep. Just as I left her. How strange. How very, very strange. Have we got some sort of Toy Story scenario going on here? I doubt it. I'm probably imagining all of this. Those locked doors earlier, they were probably never locked. I was just imagining they were. Okay, right. That's weird. So what do we do now? What was that magical, mysterious button? There we are.
They went to the gynecology ward on the first floor.
Oh, right. Okay. Thanks for the hint. Gynecology. Gynecology? Oh, it is! Wait. I think I'd have checked this out if it was unlocked earlier. Charlotte's been busy unlocking and locking doors. Bloody hell. Okay. Gynecology then. Let's have a look. Oh, there you go. There's the chair. What's that?
21/08/1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I am referring a patient to you, Renée T. This wretched girl eluded our control and caused trouble in the park almost 3 months ago. The nurses should pay more attention. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll sort things out, don't worry. We don't want to make things any worse. Then they said that Renée was crazy and that the illness was all in her head. Be careful, little girl. Be careful. I was scared and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renée. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I write down what I see about you. Everything I see. He didn't hate Renée. He tried to help her. But he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
Okay, yet another thing that's added to the menu that we can have a look at later. And another chapter! It seems that every time I experience a flashback, a memory, I see a document related to Renée, I get a new chapter. Maybe that's what I just need to do. Just keep going to new rooms and discovering more and more. Okay, I'm going to press H again. Where do we need to go?
The doctor who wrote things down was in Surgery C.
Surgery C. Was that Surgery C? Ambulatorio? No, hang on. I remember. That's Clinic, I think. It is. And there is a C, and I'm fairly sure this wasn't open before. I'm not going mad, right? I would have had a look at this, and I don't remember this. Got a poster there. Anything else? There's a first aid box. I'll check it just in case there is something that can... No, nothing that can help me, unfortunately. Hang on. Oh, a book.
June 1935.
A diary?
After much theorizing and practice in clinics for the privileged, the moment to act has finally arrived. Volterra is the right place. It's an avant-garde hospital, the perfect place for a doctor who wants to contribute the change. 20th November. Crossing the threshold of the asylum was similar to entering into another dimension. A world of smells, noises, and image which it is not easy to imagine, describe, or explain. August 1936. The situation is similar to that in many other institutions. The department is overcrowded. Hundreds of patients are supervised by a handful of nurses, who are forced to tie the more agitated ones to their beds or to radiators. They do 24-hour shifts. It's impossible to work like this. We doctors rarely see the female patients. It's the nurses who tell us what's happening to the women.
Wow. And there's more, apparently. Yeah, much more.
1937. The piercing stench in the wards, the constant noise of shouts and voices in which very little human content remains. Dirty, naked bodies, devoid of any dignity. The lunatic asylum bores into you. It wears you down. I often consider resigning. I feel useless and impotent, a sort of merciful jailer. A mercy which helps no one and only helps to soothe my conscience. 15th March 1938. Dramas are played out before my eyes every single day, and I try to keep my distance and I just do what I can. Some days ago, however, a girl arrived. I couldn't avoid her gaze. All she asked in her silent dignity was not to be ripped away from her world. And me? I'm old enough to be her father, the father she never had, who didn't want her, who rejected her without even knowing her. I, too, refused what she asked me. I couldn't do anything but add my signature and send her to hell. Dangerous for herself and others, and a cause of public scandal. This was what was written on the accompanying note from police headquarters. Difficult not to agree. How much more violence must this poor girl be subjected to? Her gaze is so intense, so far removed from the carefree nature which should make her happy at her age. I cried in my bed, in my solitude, thinking about those sad and frightened eyes staring at me.
Wow. You know, the first few pages, I thought this was a real diary, like the developers have recreated this for the game. With the second and third page, I think that it's been created for the game, unfortunately. But it's an interesting insight, I think. Someone who actually worked here. Not someone who has admitted it, but somebody who actually worked here really didn't like it either. They thought it was hell. This isn't a typical horror game at all. I think rather than sort of showing you ghouls and ghosts and spooky goings-on, it's more about the very human, very real horror that some people experienced in places like this. I know Renée isn't real, but I'm sure there are many stories similar to Renée's. And that's the horrifying part about it. Nice artwork, honestly. It's funky. I love it. Oh, check it out. We've got the certificate, the qualification on show. No translation, unfortunately, but pretty cool. Hang on, what's this? Aha!
12th March 1938. Renée T., 16 years old, menarche at the age of 12, housewife, father unknown, mother a seamstress. Admitted for observation yesterday morning from Pontedera. accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for psychiatric evaluation, which has been executed by me. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she has tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We shouldn't read this document. It's forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble.
What? What? Okay. That's like the spirit of Renée is talking to me directly this time. Like, no, don't read that. It talks about Renée. It talks about you, so we have to read it. Don't be scared, nothing will happen to you. Well, that's true. We should not read it. No, I think we're going to read it. Don't be scared, nothing will happen to you.
We should look for Amara. We must hurry. We should follow the memories and make sure they don't fade.
Okay, well, only one choice. Go on.
She is scared, hears noises and spirits, presents serious signs of anxiety psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, has a distressed expression, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand properly. She has not felt well for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. She always scares me. She chases me." Why are you here? I had argued with my mother, and I was so disturbed by the shock that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children were whispering, calling my name. 16th March. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. 4th April. Transferred to the quiet ward, still under my supervision. Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renée. She had to pay for what she'd done. Like witches, at the stake.
What the hell? Right, was this what frightened you? They were just hallucinations, that's probably the case. Or, what had you done to deserve to be punished? Yeah, just out of interest.
21st April. She is more awake this morning and responds to questions. She complains of headaches. She became emotional when she found out that her mother was there. She says that one day, years earlier, when she was with a friend of hers, she met a guy who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. There, she was made to smoke cigarettes and drink spirits, and that guy showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says that he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep it a secret. These details were roughly confirmed by her mother. After that, she became domineering, impatient, and hostile to her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public, going from laughter to tears without warning. She rants, masturbates. I can't remember these things, only the guilt, the stake. I know that I deserve to pay for that guilt. I knew it even then.
Okay, it's becoming clear to me that she kind of, I don't want to say deserved being here, but she definitely needed some sort of care. Let's look for the rest of the clinical diary to understand, or everything will become clear. You deserved it because you tried to hide it from yourself. I think let's look for the rest of the diary to understand.
She was uncooperative during the examination. She didn't want to be stripped. She remained rigid. Voluntary attention almost absent. Probable hallucinations. 25th April. Confused ideas, unable to maintain a spontaneous conversation. Reflexes all normal. Reactive pupils. Let's find Amara and we'll find the full medical record.
Okay. Okay, go on. Right! So, hang on, does that mean that there's another chapter? Oh, maybe not, I don't know. So, okay, there's also a book down here. The brain. Does anyone want to know about the brain? Sections of the brain? Oh, lovely drawings there. Yep. Nervous system. And, yeah, more sections of the brain. Very detailed drawings. I suppose they had to be. Good stuff. Good stuff.
The park at the back and then down towards the kitchens.
Okay. The park at the back? Don't you mean the park at the front? Well, hang on. I think the park was listed down on the ground floor somewhere. Let's see. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, Parco, 14. Oh, 14 is at the back. I thought it was at the front. Wait, so just over here? Was it through here? That was locked earlier, wasn't it? It must have been. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave part 2 of the Town of Light. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you back in part 3, where we'll go outside and explore the park. See you then. Maybe I can pry the bars off the window? If... What the hell? Wait, Charlotte, how... No, you're not going to tell me that she was the one that just unlocked me from that room, right? She has such little legs. I mean, she can't even reach the handle. I'm sorry, is there a Tyrannosaurus Rex I should know about that's outside? And that's it. Oh, hang on, no. That's what I was looking for.
He laughed, panted,
Ah.
leched over.
There is a seat, and... I'm fairly sure this wasn't open before. I'm not going mad, right?